This is Mrs. Hebert, and I am stepping into the acrylic paint studio to do some painting on a mural. I've got a roller handle and a foam roller, and you can check for a screwdriver and a paint stick is right in here, and a big paintbrush, like one of these. They're called chip brushes. And if you're coming into the acrylic paint studio, into this area, you've already used the code word and watched the acrylic paint expectations. So you know that you're setting up and using an apron because acrylic paints dry quickly and need careful cleanup. So over here I have, as part of my setup, a tray, a styrofoam tray. And anytime you're using primer or can of paint, you want to make sure that the lid's really on if you're shaking it. And then use a screwdriver to open it up. And you have to go around. And then in this case, we're getting started with some chalkboard paint. It's good to have a stir stick. This is an old ruler that was broken, so you can make sure that the paint's really, really mixed up. And then when you pour out of this container, that's why you have the brush, you're going to pour some onto your tray. Make sure you don't leave a whole bunch of paint in that crevice. You want to scoop it out kind of with your brush. And then you want to make sure you put the lid back on. So you scoop out all the paint, put the lid back on, and then there's a hammer over there where I got the screwdriver too. This is a brand new can, so it won't be too hard, and then that can go back, be put away. So to avoid, that'll avoid, and if it drips down, you can use a paintbrush to kind of wipe off the side. And if you use your paintbrush, then it avoids getting really sticky, gunky paint in the top, and the lid will fit really well. If you're using primer, we're sharing the foam rollers because they're really hard to wash, and we're going to be able to reuse them and save the materials. So if when you're done, instead of washing them, you put them in a plastic bag and leave them over here, then somebody else can use them next time. And for rolling, I'm taking a new foam roller only because this is a brand new color and there isn't a black one yet. I'm gonna have my pile of paint on this end, roll my roller, and then I have my mural set up on the table out there, and I'm just gonna take my supplies and start rolling. I'm ready to start painting on my panel. I've taken a Sharpie and put my name and class color on the back so nobody else will come in and steal the panel that I started working on or mistakenly think that it's theirs. When you start priming, or in this case, chalkboard painting, you want to start in one area, and you may need to do a couple coats. I think you guys are going to definitely need a couple of coats. But I'm rolling and spreading out. It's kind of thicker there, so thick that the roller almost slid along, but I'm going back and forth, a little to the left, a little to the right with my roller, and then I'm going to pick up more on my foam tray. Anytime you drip on the floor, you want to pick it up right away. Primer and this chalkboard paint dry really, really quickly. So this is called keeping a wet edge. So before that dries, I want to keep going in my line. I'm just going to stop for a second and make sure, grab somebody to help you if you need to, make sure that you have a sponge with you before people step in the paint and walk all over the place. That's great mural painting strategy. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to keep going all the way across and then go back and do the other section, and just make sure, you can see I have some orange paper underneath on the table so I don't get paint all over the tables. That's it. The password is apprehensive. Use it in context in a sentence to get permission to start a mural.